organizations, non-profit organizations in the Bay Area, which are dedicated to professional networking. The most important thing that SIPA has to provide today is an arena for all professionals from all different occupations to come together and give them an opportunity to meet with other professionals. For example, a lawyer can meet an accountant, a marketing professional can meet someone into engineering, and these all functions at some point in any corporate, they do intermingle. So that's what SIPA provides, a platform for all professionals to come together and discuss their interests, their areas of opportunities, and exchange information based on that. We don't just focus on entrepreneurship, it's for all technologies and all occupations.
I get to know a lot of people in other than my working environment. I get to know different kinds of people. Say for example, I get to know about an entrepreneur who helps as well as mentors me, Rajesh Shetty. I came to know and got introduced through SIPA. He helps me in bringing up myself to next stage, meaning from my current work as a work person to next entrepreneurial steps. He helps me to, he's basically mentoring me. I get to know only through SIPA, otherwise I wouldn't have got known him. So this is one example.
So our monthly events which we have at SIPA are of different nature. We also cover workshops on iPhone and Android applications. We have self-development topics like how to write your own book, leadership skills, how to write your own resume, networking clinics. We also cover hot technology topics like cloud computing, monetization of apps, mobile money, and solar. These have been some topics which we have covered in SIPA before. So these are our monthly events. Our monthly events are held every Thursday, usually every third Thursday of every month in South Bay. We also have some half-day workshops on Saturdays where we cover workshops and the topics that require more than a couple of hours of time. So we have both Thursday events and Saturday events as our monthly events.
SIPACon, in my opinion, was a resounding success. If you look at the way that the event was organized, it was an all-day event covering different aspects of entrepreneurship, which incidentally was the theme of the event. There were panel discussions, there were interesting keynote speeches, and there were a couple of very, very hands-on workshops that everybody out there really liked it. Oh, one thing that really caught everybody's attention was a pitch it up segment where a bunch of different startups came in and shared their technology and their product in 3 minutes or less.
The event started at 8 o'clock with breakfast and registration, and at 8:45 we had a welcome note by the president, Mr. Pankaj Agarwal, after which there was a keynote speaker at 9 a.m. Mr. Gaurav Dhillon, who is the chairman and CEO of SnapLogic, and he's also the co-founder and former CEO of Informatica Corporation. During his keynote session, Mr. Gaurav Dhillon shared his inspiring story after immigrating to the United States, how he set up his own company. After the keynote speaker, we had our first panel, which is the Emerging Trends User Experience Redefined. After this came the most exciting part of the annual event, the Pitch It Up segment, wherein 10 different companies presented their ideas, their companies, and their products in front of the entire crowd, moderated by two veterans of this industry, Mr. Naeem Zafar, who is a serial entrepreneur and also professor at Haas at University of Berkeley, and by Mr. Ramani, who is the VC at Bioshastra Ventures. Some great feedback and very blunt deliveries were made by these moderators, which helped not only the entrepreneurs presenting, but also the crowd about what to expect when you're really pitching your product. After this segment came our second keynote speaker for the day, Dr. Ashwin Ram, who is the research fellow at PARC and manager of the Augmented Social Cognition area, focusing on social computing technologies. After the second keynote speaker was the time for a break. So we had an Indian buffet lunch. The break was about for an hour, which also provided ample networking opportunities to the participants at the event. At 1 o'clock started our startup boot camp, a wonderful workshop which talked about 7 steps to a successful startup. This was presented by Mr. Naeem Zafar. He teaches at the Haas School of Business at the University of California, Berkeley, and he's also the founder of startupadvisor.com, wherein he advises entrepreneurs and assists companies with funding. During this workshop, he provided a simple but a very thorough 7-step methodology. Followed by this workshop was a panel on social entrepreneurship. Followed by the panel discussion, we had Shweta Khandelwal, one of our immigration lawyers, who provided some tips on immigration initiatives for foreign entrepreneurs. The event ended by our closing keynote speaker, Mr. Kirk Adams, the president and CEO of the Lighthouse for the Blind Incorporated, based out of Seattle. The event ended by announcement of certain raffle prizes and a closing note by the president, Mr. Pankaj Agarwal.